In week 1, we focused on how to get more out of your day, how to focus on the things you need to focus on so that you don't get caught up in the distractions and everything that keeps you busy but not effective. And what we spoke about then is this quadrant model of the 4 Ds. And this is a concept that was created by the brilliant Stephen Covey. And some of you might have even read his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So let's see what the 4 Ds stand for. We need to understand these so that we can start to implement them. So in the quadrant, we've got the first D. And the first D is when we do something. And this is about you filing in your mind at any given moment, should I be doing this now or should I not? And when you need to do something, it's usually because of 2 things. Firstly, it's urgent. It absolutely has to happen. It needs to be done now. And then the second criteria for this is that it's important that it's actually you who does the task or the activity. Moving over into the second quadrant is where we've got delegate. Now this is something that a lot of people struggle with, but to apply the concept, when you delegate something, it's equally urgent, so it has to happen and it has to happen right now, but it's not important that it's you who actually does it. So therefore, we can delegate it to somebody else to make sure it gets done. Down into the third quadrant here, this is where we need to start filtering out the tasks or the activities that we can defer. So we can defer it. And it's because it's not urgent, therefore doesn't have to happen today. However, it is important that it's you who does it. So when you're deferring things, that's about actually rescheduling it. So whether you have a filing system with different days of the week that you can say, you know what, today's Thursday, I'm going to do that on Monday, and you pop it into that file, or you're using an electronic organizational system for your tasks. Just be really clear on something. Deferring it is not about just piling up loads and loads and loads of papers and documents and files that you think, oh, I'll get to that later. Deferring it is when you actually get them out of your mind, off your desk, and into some kind of filing and reminder system. It's so critical you grasp this, because deferring things often just becomes a huge pile of tasks or activities or things you want to read that you actually just need to go to the fourth quadrant, which is dump it. I really do find that most of the time that's taken up for all of my clients, it's from this quadrant right here. They're not dumping things. They're actually just holding on to it to do it at a later date. And when you dump it, let's get really clear, it's not urgent. And I am gathering you're guessing what I'm going to say. It's also not important that you do it. So there are the 4 Ds of prioritization, of execution, and of discipline around your daily activities. I'm hoping this has really been useful to you, and you can start implementing it into your work week, and let's see what this can bring as you become more effective and more efficient moving forward.